What's good everyone? In this video, I want to make a follow-up video from my last video because since we had FOMC and we had such a huge rally to the upside on Bitcoin, I just thought of making a follow-up video on what are my thoughts on Bitcoin and where do I see Bitcoin going next. Stay tuned. So guys, as you all know, FOMC, it was just mostly bullish comments by the Fed's chairman, Jerome Powell, and they decided to raise rates as expected, 75 basis points, and that's why markets rallied. Even though 75 points is a lot, why didn't market dump is because markets already expected this, and all these financial markets are based on expectations and etc. So since markets already expected 75 basis points, they rallied instead of dumping. And in the daily candle, for the FOMC day, we had this red doji candle, right? So people call it the doji candle because it's normally a reversal candle, as it has a long wick but then failed to break to the downside and then push back up. So this was actually one sign of reversal over here before the FOMC date, but I didn't take my longs here because it was very risky. I don't want to just have one confirmation here only. Therefore, I just waited for FOMC, and indeed, FOMC was a bullish event, therefore markets rallied. Right now, Bitcoin broke the bearish trendline that I was talking about the last video, and remember I had both plans, right? Always plan both sides. Since my bearish outcome did not work out, I, in the end, was looking at longs at above 23k, and for those that managed to take the long, you are up pretty good, right? Up 1,000 points, pretty good. You will be up about 4 to 5%, which is pretty decent gains, right? So yeah, what do I see right now? Okay, right now I'll be looking mainly longs as it broke the bearish trend, and therefore I will be looking for longs. Okay, so moving into a smaller time frame, the 4-hour time frame, we can see the charts a bit clearer. Okay, markets clearly broke above the trend line, and it even broke up towards the previous all-time highs. So right now, I have not entered any longs yet. I'm just waiting for the pullback whenever that happens before I take a long. I wouldn't want to take a short right now because it's pretty risky and only take short-term shots. Let's just break this down. Okay, so markets rallied super hard. So I'm a trader where I only go for scalps, mainly small moves, and I'll take profits very quickly. But if it's favorable and it has a lot of confirmations, I would sometimes take swing longs and shorts as well. So most of you are not scalpers, so I'll share with you guys mainly the swing ideas. So right now, Bitcoin has rallied super hard. I'm expecting a retracement because usually that's what markets do. They don't just go in one direction. So usually I use this Fibonacci tool. I'm sure most of you guys already know what's this. Usually I draw from the lows to roughly the highs where I think the high will be. So usually I would enter the markets when markets retrace towards the 0.5 mark or the 0.618 retracement levels. I'm expecting markets to retrace to at least 23k or towards the 22.5k levels. That is where I would long the market, depending what candles are forming at that levels. Okay, so as mentioned, I will be looking for longs at these levels. Firstly, 23k. Why 23k? Because one of the lower highs was over here. Price also bounced from this level, so 23k is a strong support. Let's see if it holds. The next level would be around the 22,500, 22,400 levels. Why? Because previous support over here, it has been holding over this level consistently, and therefore this is my other support. The last two levels, respectively 0.618 and 0.786 retracements. These two levels, the 22k, also a very strong key level. You can see here price broke below and then melted significantly, and therefore we'll see if 22k holds. And this is my high conviction long over here. If price managed to retrace back to 22k's, I will most likely long this level. And my last level to long would be at the 21,500 levels. Okay, this is my last area I want to long. Similarly, price previously managed to break above, retested this level, and then pump super hard. So this is also another level that I want to long at. So where is my TP? So the Fibonacci levels, extension levels are usually pretty accurate. Right now it's sitting at 25,175. My first TP will be around 25k. If price manages to break above, retest this level again and then to 25k, or it goes straight to 25k, that will be my first TP. My secondary TP will be around 26,400 as stated over here. So after this level, 26,400, I would stay out of the market for some time before thinking of what to do next, because this is a target where many people will start to look for shorts. Okay, why do I say that? Okay, moving back to the daily chart, cancelling all the Fibonacci's and the arrows first to clear the charts. I'll use Fibonacci 2 again. From the previous high to all the way to the range lows, price usually retraces about half of the move. All financial instruments usually retraces at least about halfway of their big move, and the halfway mark is marked by the 0.5 retracement 2 level, which is around 24k600. So remember why I said that I would start to take my profits at around 24.4k levels before looking whether to long or short again. This is why. Usually price retraces halfway mark and then will start to turn back to their macro direction again, which is bearish for now. So this was a level which is very key, around 24.6k levels. And lastly, let's say if markets decide to break even higher, my target will be around 26k, and that is where I will start to look for shorts afterwards. I wouldn't really expect the market to hit back above 30k because I mean that's just too much hopium, but it could happen, but less likely. And even so, the trend line that I've drawn since the beginning from the top 69k, I then connected it with this level around the 48k levels, which is the next high, and then it further dropped all the way down. So what I see in the markets is probably Bitcoin can rise a bit higher. Let's say it breaks back down, go back up. And max, remember I said around 26k. I'll look for resistance at this level. If it retests this trend line, that will be super good. That will be super perfect. If it resists around this level, I will definitely look for shorts all the way back down. And that will be my swing short, huge swing short level. So yeah, that's about it. The only confirmed shorts I'll be taking right now is if price manages to break below again the 21k levels. If price does this, comes back all the way down, breaks, retest this level 21k, that will be my trigger for shorts again. Okay, that will be the only shorts that I would take for now. For swing shorts, just to confirm. Okay, so yeah, hope this video helps you out, and remember the markets are always here, but your capital may not. Peace.